Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to my Death Knight playthrough. Yes, it is true. I have re-rolled to an orc. Don't hate me, okay? I still love trolls. Let's just say that I was kind of, I liked the posture change here. I was kind of getting tired of slouching over like that. So, one, I was kind of getting fond of orcs. Plus, I also liked this stand-up posture thing they had going to kind of really show off the sets better. And yes, I am working on this transmog set. It's not the best, I know, but it's a work in progress. Shoulder plates from Scourge Lord. I've been going around trying to collect a lot more of the sets for the Death Knight. Mainly because I love a lot of the sets that the Death Knight has. I've been using a lot more of Unholy lately. And I've heard that this upcoming quest is actually also a good idea to do on Blood, but I'm actually going to attempt to do this on Frost because of what we're doing today. Today we are going to do the quest for the Class Hall Order Mount for the Death Knight, which I have been dying to do because I want this mount really badly. Like, I have the the Frostbrood Vanquisher. I have both. But still, I mean, this other one is also really good. Plus, how you get it is also pretty awesome. And many people consider this to be their favorite, if not the best, Class Hall Order Mount quest of all of them. So, I've also transmogged the swords. The swords look a little different now. This is actually the Blade of Kel'Thuzad, I believe it's called. I got this at Icecrown Citadel. While doing that, want to see, yeah, Blood Surge, Kel'Thuzad's Blade of Agony. You get this from the Lich King in Icecrown Citadel. So, I thought it looked really cool. I would love to get the, there's one particular sword that I'm dying to get for my Death Knight here. No pun intended. It's in Nox Ramus, but I think it's a rare drop. Let me see if I can spot it for you here. In fact, let me just search for it. Ah, here it is. The Slayer of the Lifeless. This is a... Look at that. Look at that. That is... That looks really cool. It looks very similar to Frostmourne. I really like how it looks. Plus, it's kind of a cool little Easter egg collector's item type of weapon, because this is the sword that appears in the South Park episode that focused on World of Warcraft. So it's kind of a nice little collector's item referencing that episode. Plus, look at it. It looks so good on a Death Knight with, because it looks so similar to Frostmourne. I would love to have this along with the Kel'Thuzad Blade. There's some other really good one-handed swords that I could equip for my Death Knight here. So, let's pick up this quest.
We press on.
Death Lord, Amalthazad has requested your presence at Akris. He has been in contact with the Lich King and making improvements on the Citadel. For his benefit, or yours, I know not. Speak with Amalthazad and Akris. Alright. We're just gonna fly there. Akris is literally right over here.
Undeath welcomes you.
Oh. I still haven't done those.
The Legion seeks to extend its fiery reach.
Not now, Khadgar, not now. I have a mount to gain to collect. You know what I mean. Alright. I am up to 102. This could end up being a long video, because I've heard, there's quite a bit of flying and traveling involved in this, but it is going to take us back to, of course, one of my absolute favorite and beloved zones in the game, Northrend.
Undeath
which of course it
welcomes
would.
you.
Malthazad.
Yes, my disciple.
Ah, Deathlord, you have returned. I have inscribed a series of frozen runes above Acheris. Once attuned, you will be able to communicate with the Lich King more completely. He will be able to show you things that he could not before. He emits a horrible, rasping voice that you can only assume is a chuckle. Close your eyes, Deathlord. Can't you feel his presence already? The Lich King's icy presence is inside your mind in an instant. Stand in the rune circle atop Acheris, Deathlord. I will show you what I have seen. The presence fades. Take the portal to the top of Acheris, listen to the Lich King's plan, and then witness his vision in ice.
We do what the living cannot.
Sail here.
I will talk to you soon, Slimy. Well, well.
The helm of domination shows me many things, Deathlord. I have seen a vision. Thousands of undead marching to the far reaches of Northrend in search of a great power. Yet when I reach out through the cold tendrils of endless ice, I sense nothing there. Go now to the far north of Ice Crown, and I will show you what I have seen.
I'm sorry, but, he's lying to us. There is no way. I mean, he can reach us all the way from Northrend, and he's like, oh, yet when I reach it, I can't see. Yeah, right. Yeah, he's definitely lying to us on that regard. He knows. He can see. Just... So look where I have to go. I have to go back to Ice Crown, and I have to go, like, to the top up there. So, we are going to need to go... First off, we need to go to Dalran. Yeah, you may want to get yourself comfortable. This is probably going to be a long video. It takes a while to do some of this stuff. But to go back to Northrend, I mean, I find myself going back to Northrend a lot. I just love doing the content, both, you know, the older raid content. Plus, as you can see, I put this here because I want to actually do this achievement where I actually do the heroic versions of all those dungeons. Which I actually especially need to do Culling of Stratholme so I can get that bronze Drake mount. But I just, you know, compared to other zones, I just love Northrend. I love how it works, how it looks, how it's designed. I remember when I was first leveling my shaman, the first character that I was ever leveling in this game, how much I was looking forward to getting to go to Northrend and do the Wrath content. Just really it's home sweet home. Ice Crown Citadel. I find myself going back there as well. I've been doing that a lot. Yeah, because you can see I have Shadow's Edge here because I have the quest for Ice Crown Citadel to do the feed 50 souls to Shadow's Edge. I wonder if it's going to be easier for me to do with my Unholy Death Knight when I have a pet out to help me. To do the portion that's a little hard to do, like especially with Professor Putricide. This is like the first roadblock I ran into trying to do this, the Shadowmourne quest, which is the become the abomination and feed on the stuff. Because whenever I do that, it completely resets the whole encounter, and I can't seem to be able to get it to stop doing that. I must be doing it wrong. I've watched other people's guides on it, on how to do it, but it just can't seem to work for me. I've heard that's because he needs to target you. or target something before, in order for it to not reset. I know there's a timing thing that you can do in order to try and make the whole encounter easier, but I don't know. I think maybe if I had a pet, which, you know, you can't do with your hunter or your warlock, you can only do it with either your warrior, your paladin, or your death knight. So if I switch to my unholy and bring out my ghoul, I might be able to pull that off. I don't exactly know how that works when I become the abomination, but I would hope that would be something I can pull off. Otherwise, I may actually need to get a friend or someone and be like, hey, could you help me do this? Because that may be the only way I can pull it off. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure about that. But in terms of characters that I would use to farm for Invincible on 25 Heroic, I think my Death Knight would actually do really well, especially on Holy, because I can just be able to hit him from range, and I can be able to use my pets and such, all my ghouls and such, in order to have them just keep attacking him and just, like, immediately try and wipe him out. So we're almost there. Someday I want to come back and I want to actually do, like, all the, you know, the questing in this area. Because I missed out on so much of this when I was first leveling my my main character, my shaman, the one I've done, like, a legit leveling experience with. I don't think I really did anything here in Icecrown. I think, you know, I did some here. I did some here. I did, like, some here, some here, some here. And I don't really remember how much I did in both Icecrown and Storm Peaks. And I would love to do that, because I've seen some of the quests that happen in those areas. I'm like, oh, that's cool. There's the Shadow Vault. Alright, so this is where it becomes a little tricky and unique. Like, we are going to be going out to the edge of the map here. This little piece of ice right here.
It was here that I saw the undead swarming across an icy shelf, seeking a prize coveted by Arthas. Look ahead. Do you see it? The bones of a dragon most ancient and powerful beyond reckoning. Yet all that remains here is the sea, and I sense no trace of undead.
You have seen a vision of many undead traveling north from Icecrown, yet only the sea appears before you now. The Lich King's icy presence enters your mind once more. Arthas never found the prize he sought, Death Lord. It is ours by right. The dragons must know where the resting place of their kin resides. Find a member of the Bronze Flight, the tenders of history. Do not be merciful. The presence fades. Interrogate Try Zormu in Wormrest Temple and Dragonblight, and then follow the Lich King's plan. So now we are going to fly all the way back to Wormrest Temple. You remember what I said about all the flying and traveling in this quest? So I hope you enjoyed the scenery of Icecrown and Northrend while we're doing this. And of course I'm using my Icebound Frostbrood Vanquisher. I'll probably still use this mount from time to time. After I get my Class Hall mount. I mean, I worked hard for this mount. Doing those achievements was not easy. I mean, most of them were, but then there were a couple that, oh my goodness, I really had to work at it. In fact, I'll tell you the story of what happened, of how I ended up getting this mount. I had one last achievement to pull off in order to finish off the achievement here for Glory of the Ice Crown Raider. This one right here. So, I had done every achievement here except one. And you guys may know which one I'm talking about here. Let's just get that out of the way. Which one was it? Yeah, right here. This is the one. This was the last achievement I had to pull off. You had to let Necrotic Plague stack to 30 before defeating the Lich King. Which is not really that easy, because for one thing, you can't do it with just yourself. You have to use a class that has a pet. So you either had to have your Death Knight with his ghoul, your Hunter with the pet, or Warlock with one of their demons. So I used my Warlock on the 10-man version, the 10-man one here. For the 25 version, which of course is harder because it's doing even more damage to you, I used my Hunter with a bear pet. And I got it to 30, and then I had to try and burst him down as quick as I could, because at that point, Necrotic Plague was doing so much damage to both me and the bear. I was like having to come up with ways to try and somehow stay alive. Because of course you can't really heal yourself other than one ability that goes on like a big 2-minute cooldown that heals you and your pet. But that was like the only thing. And then I had a potion and I used that. And then he had Defile on me. Yeah. And so I got him to the point where he starts doing his speech at the end. And Defile had me below 90%. So now it's ticking away at my health and there's no way to heal myself. And like midway in his speech, I die. Or not midway, like early in his speech, I die. It was doing so much damage to me, I died. So, I thought I had failed. I thought, oh my gosh, I was so close. I was so close to pulling it off. And then I remembered, or I realized that the whole encounter wasn't resetting. He was still talking. And I remembered that the idea was that you would already be dead at this point anyway, because he would have killed you while doing his speech of no questions asked. You are definitely the strongest. And I realized I had done it, because I was about to get mass rezzed by, Arthas's father, and then I did it, and I beat him, and I got this achievement, and I got the mount. I went from thinking I had completely failed to having pulled it off. I was so happy. All right, hold on. Where's the no? Where's the quest? Trying to remember where's the person I'm supposed to talk to. Ah, this guy. Hello.
Hey. Have a great day now.
Hello. What happened? Hey guys, welcome back. So, I don't know why, but for some reason it didn't actually accept the quest. So I actually had to go back to my class order hall using my death gate. And, I actually had forgotten I had my Hearthstone bound here to Wormrest Temple. So it didn't accept the quest for some reason. So I've turned off the storyline, add-on, because I think it might be causing some issues. Especially since they've updated to 8.1 recently, and they haven't fully updated all the mods yet. So now it can actually interrogate this guy.
Greetings.
Oh, hello! Oh, thank you for visiting again. Or is this your first time? What day is it? Tell me all you know of a glacier to the north where a powerful dragon fell. What would a Deathbringer like yourself want with that information, exactly? That was not a request. Strangulate him!
Ah! Alright, there used to be glaciers large ones to the north of Ice Crown. They floated away years ago. Ah, I don't know anymore, I swear. Speak to Tariol.
Okay then.
eternal sun guides us.
Your actions stretch the limits of our alliance, Death Knight. Tell me all you know of a great dragon that fell on a glacier to the north of Ice Crown.
Shorelaran.
You will never find what you seek, Deathbringer. Now, you have worn out your welcome at this temple. Begone!
The Reds know something. They hide their secrets in the ruby sanctum beneath Wormrest. He has alerted his allies already. They will be expecting you.
So it looks like I'm going back into the Ruby Sanctum raid. The Ruby Sanctum raid. Hello.
I don't have a time.
Now, usually in this raid, it'd be filled with black and twilight dragons, or mainly black dragons.
A record of their history must lurk somewhere in the sanctum. Spare whom you will, or slay them all. The choice is yours.
How kind of you to offer me a choice. Yeah, I'm not really interested in slaying all these red dragons. I don't want to get on Alex Strauss' bad side. The Codex Red. So I almost have to treat this like a stealth mission if I want to avoid killing any of them. Especially, I don't want to kill the Whelplings. I mean, I may aggro, like, these guards or wardens. Fine. But I'd rather not kill the Whelplings. Come on. Don't drag this out. Just let me make this quick, okay? Oh, I certainly don't want to take on Virastraza. I don't want to aggro Virastraza. Oh gosh, no. Come on. No. Don't attack me, little whelp. No. Leave me alone, little whelp. I don't want to hurt you. Please, no. Oh, no. Leave me alone. Let me by. Okay, alright. I lost the aggro. Alright. So it looks like I have to get back there. Ruby Keepers. Let's see what it says. The Codex contains entries for many of the great red dragons of the past. You skim the pages and locate an entry for an ancient red dragon named Kiranastraz, who fell doing battle with a great corruption on an iceberg to the north. The last known location of the iceberg is noted in the margin. So the dragon that he is sensing is an ancient red dragon who was battling a corruption on an iceberg and fell. So that's the dragon we've been sensing. The Lost Glacier. The Lich King's presence is overwhelming.
Do you know why the Red Dragon Flight seeks to prevent us from finding our prize? The bones of a great red dragon teem with the essence of life. Even decades after its passing, you will consume this life essence, blight it, and turn it into undeath. And then you will raise a dragon. Fly now into the north, find this glacier, and your destiny.
The Death Lord's vile brood vanquisher. Now let's see if I can sneak out without aggroing any more of these red dragons, so I don't have to kill anymore. I don't want to have to fight or kill any of them if I don't have to. Can I just beeline it for the exit? Even if they're chasing me, can I just like run out of here? Like, I'm out. Bye. I'll leave you alone. Bye. Don't mind me. I'm out. Okay. All right. Oh my gosh. Why is it not showing? Well, guess what? I have to go back to my order hall because for some reason, once again, it didn't accept the quest.
Continue north, Death Lord, into the blizzard. And hold tight to your reins.
Huh. You better hold on tight.
It is here. I can feel it. Your supplies have likely frozen. I sense feral undead buried in the ice. It seems the time has come to test your will. Of course, should you fail to survive, know that I shall claim Agarus for my own. Arthas may have sought revenge on the Citadel, but I have other plans.
Really? I love how he just openly admits that to us. Let me read that back to you in case you missed that. Oh, hold on. We're getting constantly attacked now. I didn't realize all of a sudden I was just going to be openly attacked.
I don't have a target.
Right. Should you fail to survive, know that I shall claim Acris for my own. Arthas may have sought revenge on the Citadel, but I have other plans. He just openly admits to us, like, look, you die. I'm just gonna take them all for myself. He admits to us that he can just, yeah, I could just take you all back if I wanted to. You know this. Okay, look at this extra zone they made just for this. That's more than likely where the remains are. I had to go across this whole glacier fighting off these ghouls. I mean, normally I would just want to use. I've been doing a lot of Unholy lately because I like having pets to help me out. So I would probably just do that if I was, you know, just have a tool out to help me out. But at the same time, I've been playing, you know, Frost a lot lately, and I kind of want to get back to being able to actually use Frost. A frozen ghoul. I've always wanted to really utilize Frost and really play Frost.
You are getting close. I can sense the spark of life ahead of you. You will bring decay to this lost place.
I don't have a target.
Man, they really put time and effort into this particular quest. Compared to some of the other class hall mount quests that the other classes have, they really put effort and such into the Death Knight one. They really wanted the Death Knight one to be good and be special. Yeah, there ain't no way I'm gonna lose the aggro on this guy. They're just gonna keep constantly going. 3-minute cooldown. Don't even care. They're still coming. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Oh, there it is. That would have to be the remains.
I don't have a target. I need a target.
Come on. Come on. Let's get a move on.
I sense many feral undead nearby. They have been feeding on its life energy. Take it from them. Slay them all.
Now I'm gonna try this with Frost. If I struggle, I will switch to either Unholy or Blood to pull this off. Yeah, so do you guys remember the Blackwing Lair raid from Vanilla? You remember the dragon known as the Guildbreaker? My goodness. Oh boy! Yeehaw! Look at my bus. My goodness. Woo! Yeehaw! Come to me! Come to me! I'll aggro all of you, I don't care! Woo! Woo, this is awesome!
Dragon's life energy. Now, bend it to your desires. Pervert it with your darkness.
Sure. Okay, will you full stop so I can say something? Would you the guys like to watch me reenact the Wrath of the Lich King cinematic?
Behold!
I can feel the unholy energy surging within you. Raise the dragon and blade
Oh, stop showing up, ghouls. You're ruining the moment. All right, here we go. It is mine! Yes! I finally have this mount. Woo. Where are you? Where are you? There you are. Behold! The Death Lord's unique mount. And it's blue to reflect that I'm using the frost spec. This is actually really cool. This mount changes based on what spec. Let's see how it looks with blood. Get that out of here. And now it's red to reflect that I was using blood, or am using blood. And now let's switch to unholy. See how it looks there. Love that. It's like got flies around like it's decaying with pestilence and disease. Ugh. So sorry about the weird goof-ups with it not accepting the quest. I don't know what was going on there. But, such a good quest. I mean, yeah, it did involve a lot of flying and traveling, but man, the quest was so great. That moment they're getting to pretty much reenact the Wrath of the Lich King cinematic when he rose Sindragosa. I have now risen my own mighty dragon. An ancient red dragon with life that now serves me as a loyal mount. I'm so happy I finally got this mount. In fact, hold on a second. Let me see something. Now that I've done this...
Give.
Here we are. So once you get this, this guy actually gets these other things here. So now I can get these other... I guess these are pets. Alright, so let me grab those. Okay. Okay, so you get a pet for each of the different looks of the mount. That's cool. That's really cool. So you not only get the mounts, but you also get the whelplings of that particular brood. That's awesome.
Yes.
Really cool. So, yeah, that is essentially going to be it for my Death Knight playthrough. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I have looked back at some of the older ones at the beginning of this playthrough, and I apologize for the poor quality. I was using an older computer when I started this playthrough. It did not look good. And I kind of messed up. I don't know why I didn't have the intro play for you guys where it narrates the starting zone and then the Lich King himself tells you the quest, and I just did it myself. I shouldn't have done that. I should have just let the Lich King do it himself. So I don't know, maybe someday I'll re-record that starter zone, but like with a different character to kind of properly show it, because it looks terrible from the first time I did it. But yeah, I have really enjoyed this. I love playing the Death Knight, a really fun class with a lot of great stuff to collect. As far as I'm concerned, the Death Knight sets are some of the best looking sets in the game. I would love to collect this. You know, a lot of these sets, I'm like, I wouldn't mind going back to this raid and do that. I wouldn't mind going back to Noxramas. I wouldn't mind going back to Ulduar. Have the trial. Yeah, it's all right. Have the Ice Crown one. Have the Bastion one. This one's okay. This is the one that I've kind of messed around with. So you can see my Trandamox, kind of a combination of this along with Scourge Lord. Heart of Fear? Not really that. I'm not. I don't really like. Think that one's that great. Throne of Thunder. This is crazy. Look at that. That one's not bad. That's not bad. This Blackrock Foundry one here. That's normal. Let's look at the Mythic one. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Woo. Now that's a cool looking set right there for the Death Knight. No, the Mythic's the only good one there. Hellfire Citadel. Hellfire Citadel again. That's kind of funny. So, the normal and heroic ones come with a hood, but the mythic one does not. Oh, because it has the back portion there. Okay. Interesting. This is the rest of the Death Lord set, which I guess I could get, but it's not really that impressive, honestly. It doesn't really look that great. This, however. Look at that helm. Oh, and if you think it looks good on normal, look how it looks on mythic. Hello, that is straight up Lich King. I want that helm. I wouldn't mind having the rest of that set, but the helm is the one piece I want from that set. Mythic for Tomb of Sargeras? And Taurus? It looks cool. Old Deer? Boring. This is the new one for the new Battle of Dazar'alor. Oh my goodness. You know, I have noticed that a lot of the other classes have like the same looking kind of set with this kind of bone look to it, along with this big shoulder piece over here. It's kind of like, really? That's kind of the best you could come up with in terms of its uniqueness? So, but yeah, that's pretty much it for the unique class stuff for the Death Knight in Legion. I hope you guys have enjoyed the playthrough, and I will see you guys next time.